Top 5 moments, SmackDown 13th of June 2002. And let's dive in. It wasn't the best SmackDown. You know what? I think hands down, I think it was probably the worst SmackDown since the brand split. Because SmackDown's been pretty good, hasn't it, sir?
Yeah, no, I mean, it might even be the worst show since the brand split, to be honest.
Don't know what to say the worst show. There was a couple of absolute disasters of Raws. They were getting like 4s out of 10. 4s?
I don't remember ever getting a 4 to Raw. Maybe a 6.
Maybe a 5. No, I think it was definitely a 5.
I don't think this show was great. Can't remember what we rated it in the review, but if you want to watch the review, then it is on the channel about 3 months ago, so go and check that shit out. But yeah, we're gonna get stuck straight into this. Honourable mention. I want to give an honourable mention though. I like the wee scene with Lance Storm when he called it. He's like, "Hey, you're El Hebner's son." He says, "Yeah, your family's got a tradition of screwing over great Canadians." I thought in Canada, I thought it was pretty cool. So probably
the least boring Lance Storm's been in a while. Lance Storm's actually been alright since the brand split.
I do believe this is the formation of the Un-Americans.
Yeah, the prologue, so to speak.
Aye, so
I am a real Un-American.
Aye, so that should be good. That should be good.
But kicking off at number 5, we're on to the list now. It is the contract signing. You didn't like this. I liked it. When I say liked it, I thought it was alright. It was McMahon introducing Taker and Triple H, all in the primes with security guards and a contract being signed.
I know, but I thought it was pretty weak. I wasn't a big fan of it. Right, McMahon standing on top of the table. I own SmackDown. I own it all. Damn it. I kind of like that bit, but this I don't know, the whole Triple H Taker feud just hasn't really been doing it for me. It
was so much better in 2001.
Yeah. The whole world title feud, in my opinion, has been a bit of a mess. Even the Jericho Triple H, I would make an argument that the title scene's been pretty poor since
they unified it.
Jericho's reign.
Vengeance was great. The build up, the matches, but
Vengeance was great. But since then, I don't think Jericho had this great run. I think his feud with Triple H was more about fucking Triple H and Stephanie, and it made him look a bit shit. Then Triple H, I thought the Triple H Hogan build up was pretty poor. Hogan Taker, I didn't think was that great, to be honest.
Interestingly enough, 2 weeks before Vengeance, I know we're going back here, McMahon told Angle he was going to win the belt, but then 5 days before Vengeance, he phoned him up and said, "No, we're going to put the belt on Chris if you don't mind." And Angle said, "No, I don't mind. Chris is a good talent. He should be world champion." So Kurt Angle's a good guy.
What a guy Kurt Angle is, because I can't imagine many other people would have been like that.
If that was fucking Hulk Hogan or someone along those levels, like, maybe not Hogan, maybe Hogan at this point would have been alright, but fuck, Hogan back in the mid-90s, 80s, early 90s,
oh, hey, brother.
Don't work for me, brother.
Don't work for me, no.
But anyway, contract in at number 4, in at number 5. In at number 4 is the aftermath. Triple H going, "Well, you know what? I'm going to hold this show hostage."
I like this. It was pretty different.
That's why I liked it. It was different.
Billy and Chuck come out. Don't really know why.
Triple H
says, "Billy, I always knew you took it in the bucket." This pisses Billy off. He runs into the ring with a chair, and he gets smashed with a sledgehammer. Then Chuck kind of retreats. Rico's just standing there. They kind of leave, and then Triple H has got a sledgehammer. He's about to smash a $50,000 camera. He wants Taker. McMahon comes out, gives him Taker, but Triple H smashes it anyway. So it was alright.
Yeah, it was alright. But a $50,000 camera, McMahon's near greeting about it, and there's a funny confirmation later on in the show where he's like, "It was actually $50,000.
I hope I'm insured."
God damn it! But yeah.
Hold on here. You're saying that as if someone broke something that you own for 50 G's, you wouldn't give a shit?
I think McMahon's like a fucking billionaire.
I know, but it's still good to be.
50 G to him's like me losing a £50 bet. It is what it is, so to speak. Anyway.
You fucking wish it was that. Try like a $5 bet.
Well, you know what I mean.
Fucking 50 pence bet. Anyway, right, moving on.
Devon versus FAROOQ in at the midway point.
It wasn't a classic. Meltzer wouldn't have gave this 5 stars, but
the promo before, Masterbater.
Yeah,
How
no,
would Devon get on with Chucky Marstein?
not very good.
I accept that.
Devon's like he's going to cure everyone's sins. We need to stop masturbating. He doesn't do it anymore. FAROOQ comes in and says, "Hey, you don't masturbate, man." And Devon's like, "No, I cut that shit out." And then FAROOQ's like, "Well, hey, I masturbate." And then FAROOQ kicks Devon's ass, beats him about 7 seconds. The big Deacon Batista comes in, and FAROOQ boots the case into his face, and then FAROOQ leaves. So, yeah, no, I like.
I think Devon beat Triple H like a month ago.
Yeah, no, I love what they're doing with Devon, but they've quickly turned him in from a, kind of a, well, this guy's a threat to, this guy's an absolute bum. I don't care what
Devon could have held like the IC title with this gimmick, like a really heel chicken shit heel.
Yeah,
not for like 6 months, but he could have a couple of weeks.
You do need strong booking, though. I don't think he can get over. It's like, I mean, as good as Austin was, right? See if he wasn't winning match after match, does he get over? I mean, name me someone who got over who became a star by not winning.
Oh, Daniel Bryan.
I mean, Hogan, Austin, Cena, they never lost in their primes, so...
Never did. Coming in at moment 2, though, we've got McMahon, Taker, and Angle backstage. Basically, this is when we've got the McMahon hang on the phone talking about the camera, but then in comes Kurt Angle. He can't believe what's going on. Disrespect about his newly grown hair. He tells McMahon to grab it. It's real. Come on, grab it.
McMahon's looking at it. McMahon doesn't really want to touch it. Angle's like, "Hey, you don't believe me?" He's like, "Hey, it's not that." And he's like, "Touch it, McMahon, touch it." McMahon's about to touch it. Taker walks in and Taker's like, "What the hell is this? And what the hell's going on?" Angle says that I'm just letting him touch my hair, and Taker's like, "I don't give a damn about that. It's about the match that McMahon's made tonight." And then McMahon's like, "Yo, guys, don't worry. I've got a plan. I've got a plan for tonight. Don't worry, this 2-on-2 match ain't going to go down that way." Aye. And it doesn't go down as a 2-on-2 match, could it?
It's down as a 2-on-1.
So before the main event...
Probably because Hogan can't work.
It could be. Before the main event, Taker and Angle, right, they attack Hogan backstage when he's walking to the ring, but, I mean, this was barely a beatdown. They threw him into a couple of lead pipes and hit a few punches and a couple of stomps, and this was enough to take Hogan out of match. Are you serious?
Yeah, I know.
This just looks bad. This makes Hogan look as if he's... yeah, I'm watching this thinking, well, if that's not enough to put Hogan away, he should just retire.
Like, see, like, what's the most hardcore bump Hogan's ever took? Like, see, you think, like, even, like, Austin, Rock, and, like, Taker, I mean, they're not... Well, I mean, Taker's took a lot of
even when I think the most hardcore bumps in Hogan's matches, it's people doing it to Hogan. When you look at the leg drop at WrestleMania 19, it's fucking McMahon leg dropping Hogan.
Yeah, but it's like even
should that not be Hogan?
Like Austin,
but Hogan's moves the leg drop. Should he not be the one?
I know, but Austin's not really took a he's not like been pushed off a lot. I mean, he has like in the odd ladder match against the McMahons and shit. But there's a lot of Austin's matches. He's fucking bleeding like chair shots to the dome. Like with Hogan, you never get that, and I think that just sums this up.
I mean, Austin taking on Benoit, whatever. I mean, how many Germans does he take and all this stuff? That time he took on Benoit and Jericho in the triple threat match. He was getting suplexed left, right, and centre.
That is it, though. But we have our main event.
I mean, the biggest thing Hogan takes is a flat back bump, and based on the choke slams that Taker gives to him, I mean, he's literally getting about a foot and a half off there, if that.
That's it. But it's main event time. Hogan's no in it. It's Triple H taking on the two of them. The match itself ain't good, but it's what after the match is good.
So Triple H basically just gets a sledgehammer, gets himself DQ'd. Angle beats down Triple H. Angle's walking to the back. He's done. He's finished. He's going home. Hogan appears, beats down Angle, gets Angle in the ring. Angle is getting punched left to right by Triple H and Hogan. He gets his pants pulled down so you can see his ass. So he's too, because originally I think Hogan was trying to pull his wig off, but then he's like holding on to it. So then like Triple H pulls his fucking pants down, so Angle moves his hands.
So he's like holding both, but he's not getting any of them.
So Angle moves his hands from his head to his ass to try and cover his ass and pull his pants back up, and that leaves his wig free for Hogan just to grab it off and pull it off, reveal Angle's bald head, and then he punches Angle again into a pedigree from Triple H, and that's it. Angle's left there laying. I don't know where Undertaker went, maybe just fucked off to the back at some stage, but aye, that was it, guys. That was the end of SmackDown. The match itself was pretty poor. It was boring as
fuck. In terms of an ending, I thought it was pretty good. Really good.
You don't get many better endings than that. You know what I mean?
That's funny as fuck.
Yeah, you don't get many better endings than that.
That's it. We've got 2 more shows for King of the Ring. Looking forward to the pay-per-view, and that is it.
Leave your comments down below. Do you agree with these top 5 moments? And if not, then
fuck off.
Wasn't many other moments on the show really worthy of putting on this. So I'd be surprised and interested to see what you guys thought should have been on here instead. But until next time, peace.